Win the incredible Steigercraft, Evinrude, Lowrance Grand Prize Boat Package, and more in the Fisherman's 2018 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Get the details at thefisherman.com.
Rain in our coastal forecast. In the next several days, it could dampen the weekend fishing, but the winds are going to lay down by the end of the week. In fact, except for the rain Saturday through Monday, you should be good to go. So just make sure you've got your oilskins and maybe pick up a good pair of deck boots as well. Stay dry. I'm Jim Hutchinson with the New Jersey Delaware Bay edition of the Fisherman magazine, and with our May 18th to 20th forecast for the weekend ahead, we do have some rain. But I'm here at Chestnut Neck Boatyard in Port Republic, right here on the Mullica River. And a little rain doesn't hurt anything. Violet was telling me before, you got to suffer to get through to your stripers. And it's also a big weekend coming up, so we're going to hope the rain holds up. The May 18th to 20th forecast, you do have that Nunzio Bruno Bluefish Contest held here out of Chestnut Neck. It's presented by the folks at Absecon Bay Sportsman's Club. It's a great tournament for kids 16 and under. It's going to be held on Saturday, weather permitting. Great party afterwards, always a great time. If it gets rained out on Saturday, they're going to put it forward to Sunday. So keep an eye on the weather forecast. If you want to get more information about that big Bruno Bluefish Contest here at Chestnut Neck this Saturday, you might want to call Jim from the club for details. Of course, stop in and see Violet and Marianne and check in on the tournament status. Of course, I've got plenty of stuff here, and I can tell you that there are plenty of bluefish out there, and especially in the Great Bay area right now as well. We did find out from Cameron Capuano, 4.5-year-old, was back out there on the Great Bay catching bluefish. I know Cameron's looking forward to this tournament, so hopefully everything goes well. The bluefish, though, are now stretching out throughout the range. They're making quite a savage mess out of the bunker. Of course, they're making bunker chunks, a terrific bait for some of those big stripers. And we are getting some really good reports along the southern central stretch, along the front, to equal what's going on in North Jersey. And we start down in Cape May County. We're finding some striped bass down there as well. As a matter of fact, Michael Manzione checked in with me just the other day, said he was putting some chunks in the Ocean City surf, getting some good striped bass. We have had some good reports from Fortescue Beach again, and also along those Cape May County stretches down into the Cape May beaches. Rick Passarella, he hit a good one in Brigantine in Atlantic County just the other day, 37 pounds on the jetty using Riptide bunker. Checked in with the folks at Riptide Bait and Tackle. In fact, in Southern Ocean County this week, a pretty significant bass bite on stretches of the LBI beach. A good bite is what Scott Shirley found, a 43-incher that he caught and released earlier this week, also on bunker, that one from Fisherman's headquarters. Now, we talked to Grumpy this week as well up in Seaside. Grumpy at Grumpy's Bait and Tackle said, quote, "Everyone we talked to this afternoon," that was Wednesday, "caught fish, mostly all on plugs and bucktails, blues with a few bass." In fact, Grumpy himself said conditions are awesome. Again, just bring some of that rain gear. Chunkin' trolling topwater plug action up north. Again, big fish outside Shark River Inlet now. I'm sure those trollers are getting on it. Might be time to start heading into the spoon catalog, looking for your Maja spoons. And also, of course, we're finding out along the stretch of the Raritan as well, guys, trolling those mojos and those rattling modes as well. So make sure you get out there, because everything is all set up, whether we're talking about the bluefish or the stripers, and quite a few weak fish in Central and South Jersey as well. The stripers and blues are here, and we've got ourselves a week of striper weather. It's a little bit overcast, but a lot of guys just love fishing for stripers when it's overcast anyway. Now, if you pick up this week's edition of the Fisherman magazine, you'll have it in the calendar of events, but definitely look at that May edition, page 26 of the Fisherman, Sunday, May 20th, the better weather day, it just so happens. That's going to be the Governor's Cup at Island Beach State Park. It should be a fish-filled contest this week at the south end of Seaside Park. Registration for that big Governor's Cup this weekend is at 5 a.m. You fish from 6 a.m. till 1 p.m., award ceremony at 2 p.m. Somebody's going to walk away with that perennial trophy, the Governor's Cup, and of course we've got that youth division as well. Looking to see some of those high school competitors getting in on that action. Think bunker for big bass and some of those bluefish. Again, clams for bass and drum. Getting a significant amount of drum action in Central Jersey as well. Bucktails, plastics, and topwaters are in the mix from this point on through the rest of the season. Now, I did mention the drum action down on Delaware Bay. on the Delaware side and the Jersey side, a lot of boats doing pretty well on the drum so far. Mike Young, as a matter of fact, he got on the Cape May Lady just the other day. The new moon was on Tuesday of this week. Circle it on your calendar. The next full moon is on May 29th, but we expect that drum action along the Delaware to continue through into the better part of June. As a matter of fact, there's plenty of drum here in the Great Bay region as well along those sod banks. We're continuing to get reports along the front beaches as well. Now, while much of the Highlands and Atlantic Highland boats continue to enjoy that epic striped bass run, a lot of the head boats in the North Country, Shark River, Belmar, of course in Point Pleasant, Barnegat, and also down Cape May all the way through the ports in Delaware, are looking to get out on those black sea bass. Now, we were officially back in biscuits as far as Tuesday. It was sketchy, folks. The season started May 15th. We've got that black sea bass season back again, but it turns out that the NJDEP, they didn't even sign off on the regulations until late Monday night. But we're back in business. A lot of folks doing some big mohawking out there. Sketchy weather made it a little bit difficult earlier this week, but again, while it could be wet this weekend, it looks fishable from what we're looking at right now. So go home, do as Joe Antorio did. You get some of those black sea bass, warm yourself up with a good meal. There's no better eating that you'll find than black sea bass. Now, if you do happen to get up Saturday morning with a little bit of a chill, you can warm up over at Clark's Landing on Arnold Avenue in Point. There's a free fishing seminar at 11 a.m. on striped bass with Captain Rob Angelini. That should be a good one out there at Clark's this week if you want to bone up on some of your striper fishing. Don't forget, folks, Fluke opens next Friday, May 25th. That gets us into the Memorial Day weekend in New Jersey. Of course, Delaware is already open, New York is already open, but I can tell you right now that from what I'm hearing, these Fluke are hungry in these back bays, Great Bay, Little Bay, down through Cape May County waters. I wouldn't be surprised Barnegat Bay as well. If you're going to shop for your Fluke stuff, come into these shops early. I imagine there's going to be a good strong run on the chartreuse gulp swimming mullet. So gear up next week early before the Memorial Day weekend, but we will have another update, of course, before next weekend. Hoping to do some striper fishing early next week on Raritan Bay. Hope to give you a report from there. But catch them up. We will talk to you again next week. Stay dry, and we'll see you again here at thefisherman.com.
Win the incredible Steiger Craft, Evinrude, Loran's Grand Prize Boat Package, and more in the Fisherman's 2018 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Get the details at thefisherman.com.